We know Navi have fight, we know Navi have evolution, adaptation, all the things that'll test the game plan of MongolZ. But for now, we're going to be going into the B bomb site, which features Alexi and Alexi only. Smoked off and unable to stop the two players crossing over to the pit. Fast flank from 3. We see this often from Navi. And now all of a sudden, 9-10 to be pressured. He'll fall back into the sandbags, loses a player behind him, still got another teammate offering distractions, but it is only that one frag between all the players still sitting on banana. So Mzinho, best of luck. And, well, he needed a little more than luck, it seems. Emet right between the eyes, and Navi fast to the flank, fast to the pistol round win.
Oh, it's so interesting that they just know what they want so clearly that they can even turn down someone who brought them to a major playoffs in favor of what they think they really need.
Gonna challenge this smoke here in the second round. Always daunting to be diving smokes like that into a B site that could be stacked, that could have, of course, real threats within it. And lo and behold, a force buy for the MongolZ, looking likely that the success has been found. So a sudden pounce and a pop in through the smoke. And that's what I was trying to allude to when this game started, right? We're going to see MongolZ test Navi's, and just in terms of timing. Yep.
And for anybody who's been watching, they know that that is nothing but a compliment.
Nice flash in for Emet to get the better of that. Didn't actually blind blitz, but just gave Emet the confidence to step in for the duel. This was a strong setup at a Navi's start of the round. 3 players into banana, kind of looking for a challenge. Didn't come their way, so they extend around the corner, and it nets them an opening. And of course, working with 3 rifles, it's good for the formula that Emet is able to find one. Majority still here for Navi on the A site. They're going to start stepping forward on Arch. Yes. We had a look around the brackets just for a moment there from the MongolZ, but as they peel back for a moment to pull their utility out, that is when Navi decide to step into it. And we get Cobra dropping Wonderful in the background, finding damage as well. That is 9-10 to follow suit. That Emet duel towards B left him low, but writing off the threat of Alexi's Beretta is going to be a lethal mistake. Low HP on the bomb carrier here. Bit very much locked into the corner. Will be half-ass cleared, and so he's got them dealt with. Nice rebound back from Navi, making quick work of the MongolZ after their successful force. Just the timing of all this and the fact that they've done it without too much utility, this is very much unannounced, right? So it feels like MongolZ are going to catch somebody off.
Wisely, though, he's going library.
He's going to wrap in time. Does get clipped for a bunch of damage. Mzinho is going to come through. Peel a player off of the site. Smoke off Emet, who tries to make something happen. Wanted to help Wonderful, who's now got to do this on his own. Bout player dead. Excellent second kill here from Wonderful, trying to dodge these threats as his rotations come over. MongolZ popped. Beautiful shots coming through from Mzinho. That is 3 kills on the round. You can see the uncertainty as to where the last one's at. Alexi has smoke fade in front, and Mzinho tiptoeing into his own death, gives up his back. It's just Alexi to lean back, relax, and do it his way. A sole survivor in this one for Navi as they begin to truly pull ahead. Back to the banana duel, well equipped. Missed shot from Wonderful.
Hit shot for Techno. That's MongolZ swinging hard, dead. Lil Spam just off to the right.
Feels like good value out of the fallback utility here for Navi. And it's not an entire fallback either, right? Alexi just giving another burst of MP9 down range. This could be one of those moments where Navi have to transition straight really to a save.
Running right from the back of halls. Emma, let's see where he gets off to.
Can anybody do anything about this? Not ideal. Oh, Emet, yeah, tries to give it a jiggle. It's only bit with the frag. Alexi, he's got wind of what's going on here. Hanging on to underground.
Yeah, he's very aware of where the nades were getting thrown from, and he's looking for who threw them. And he finally finds Blitz.
And with that kill, feels like the retake's on. They're still close enough. You know, it's unconfirmed damage perhaps on most of this, but 9-10 being on 40 HP, Cobra Zera on the brink of death, chucks a nade out to get a little more value. Now Navi are going to start reconsidering their own HP. Do they have the keys to make this retake happen? Smoke in Wonderful's hands thrown out. This is going to obscure some vision towards the pit, make things a little more awkward for Cobra. He hits more damage in the middle of all of this, and time is of the essence. It's 3 kits, sure, but they're so late on the retake. They've got to dive bomb it if they want it.
It's time to get out of here, man.
And they've got to go. This is going to be costly for the MongolZ as the bomb will pop and probably kill both. No escape for Techno. Navi put the squeeze on the bomb site and at least rack up the price tags.
It's a dangerous way to hold for Wonderful if he gets a peek from the other side.
Up quick. Hopper in a pinch. Yeah, not a pretty one here for Wonderful. Bit and Emac, though, still join forces. Good on Emac. It felt like Bit was in a bit of a tough spot. Too hard of a position to hold. We get a Glock jiggle. And, well, fast to the scenes. MongolZ, you've got a player cut off in Pit in the meantime, but in a 1 versus 2, they know where you're at. And you've got MZinho scouring for this push.
Yeah, he's got the bomb. He's just got to ferry that onto the site.
That's a fast rotate, though, right? MongolZ coming around to grab this kit.
Blitz is taking the scenic route around to the back of lane, and MZinho is just going to wait for him.
Because MongolZ didn't press the issue out through balcony, it feels like now that threat of a potential apartments position is going to be considered.
Oh my goodness, Blitz. It's so much time has passed, he actually stops rotating.
MongolZ goes back, barrel spotted, but still survives. Ooh, it makes it tough. 5 HP versus the full bar of MZinho. You see Glock out.
MZinho took a peek, didn't see anything.
MongolZ's repositions have been huge here. He's got the drop. Oh, but then MZinho considers it an obviously huge health advantage. So if not for all of that blitz damage, maybe we get this 1v3 clutch. Techno ready to go with the MP7, but he eats a flash as he tries to test the limits of Banana. Quick pop out for MongolZ.
Dangerous games to take over car control, and it's a real perfect counter flashes here for the CT side.
Wonderful trying to find timing, has a shadow there to work with. Oof, just opens the door for MZinho to swing. Didn't anticipate a second layer there with Ema ready and prepared for the follow-up peek. And still concerned about the balcony, but there's nobody inside of apps here for the MongolZ. Corner clear, 9-10 spots it.
Still got a teammate up. There won't be any push on B, there's just MongolZ here. It hasn't been any less clear to me as to who is going to win this game.
Economically, this game has just been on a knife's edge as well.
On a map that, as Maui brought up, this is so funny that, MongolZ used to be like the only map you don't play them on was Inferno. And their map pool has expanded so much since then. It's remarkable.
Hold on, because we've got MongolZ stepping up to the plate. Yeah, just when the MongolZ come back into a round with real guns, 2 of them dropped instantly. MongolZ let off the leash as he rounds that half wall, supported by Alexi. Cobra Zera returns the favor through the smoke with a headshot, and that'll give the MongolZ something to work with. But I feel like Navi have already given them a lot more to think about. Tough go of it to start of this round, and yet still MZinho catches his. 9-10 decides to push the limit through a smoke, and we go back to the 2v2 with Navi currently very much split up.
Yeah, and suddenly I wouldn't even mind being the MongolZ here. The bomb will be retrieved in a second. Nima is making a rotation towards A, which is nuts, because again, they've just spotted this. But is he expecting them to go and grab this quickly or really take their time? I think it's the latter. And if they do grab it too quickly, they might still think about going B. So we'll see.
A B to bracket rotate into a double mid flank?
They're going to heroic retake mid, so the fights will be right now.
Yeah, they find it. Timing to perfection. Bolstered by Ema being here, so now never do you expect that the guy who dropped the bomb towards Bananas on the other half of the map, that is some clean mid-round movement from Navi.
It's just that the decision gets made so long ago.
And a very meaningful game for him to get to play in front of his countrymen. Here we go, pressure's right back on. You don't get a second to catch your breath in the face of the Navi aggression. MongolZ goes swinging around the wall, and Navi truly, I think, throughout this half have fought fire with fire. We mentioned it early just because of maybe the force buys getting that electricity in Navi's step. But look at them go now, continuing with the pressure to try to close out the half. Huge flank here from Bit as well. He's got Blitz done for. That is bomb possession at the base of ramp. Cobra Zera soon to be pinched by both sides, and Navi rock solid CT half on the MongolZ map pick.
They're going going to throw the exec together. 910 immediately rotates in. He knows what's coming too.
Flop over the balcony, great cover from Ime. Takes a little bit for CobraZero to get his, so down to just a couple bullets and unable to find the multi-frag.
Oh, the first kill from Ime is unreal.
Holy hell.
Like, didn't even really see him from the backup pit there.
One player spinning through the sky, and Ime doesn't waste a second in terms of executing the pit player. CobraZero only able to post the 1. And now a 2 versus 4 pistol retaker. We've got NAVI on double digits out of the gates. Even Bit's dead body still chilling in pit, looking comfortable right now, him and all of NAVI.
Yeah, they don't have the tools, the players, the time, or anything to go and attempt this.
Try to catch a couple exits, and Alexi is going to drop Blitz at least, push Blitz down to the 2-11 scoreline as NAVI.
There's only 2 5.7s to hold back. This is definitely the weaker site by a large margin.
Another smoke down at 40 seconds.
Wouldn't be surprised they even disrespect this. They know that this is a pseudo hold. They're going through it.
Scramble over from CobraZero, trying to put the FAMAS in position. Techno gonna catch the instant headshot, that helped. And Blitz will find one as well. Techno's got his second, and Wonderful finally clears this out. CobraZero has used this chance to slip in towards the coffins. And right now, as Wonderful plants, smoke fades. Coverage offered by Bit, and he doesn't waste bullets. Finds the headshot, deep beat, and the mowdown. Rotators dealt with, and NAVI can do no wrong.
I mean, I feel like MongolZ are watching this like, man. Bit 16-5, Wonderful's 12-6, Imma's 18-8, Kaze's 13-8. Like, all of these score lines individually might be good enough to have a lead.
Having to face the 4v5 though in round 16. Is it an early finish or a little left for the MongolZ? They try to push through the smoke, and the Wonderful's gonna catch your attempts, 9-10. You had a man advantage, and it's gone just like that. Utility to interrupt the approach. We got a fallback from Kaze.
Yo, it's that kind of game.
Yes, sir. In on it and instant with it. Blitz gets his head popped. Techno's going to scramble back over. Bit remaining in middle, finds his instantaneous. And this is a NAVI that just reeks of confidence. Every individual finding those instantaneous headshots. Every individual bringing something to the table over top of a MongolZ that are in free fall in this 2-1 matchup. Techno tries to make it desperate, run through the smoke, and sure, Mzinho can mow one down, but NAVI have everything they need not to just win this map, but to blow out this series. This is going to leave a mark on the MongolZ as we move over to Nuke. 13-3 affair on the MongolZ map pick, and no jubilation here for NAVI. It is all business from all 5 members of this team gunning for the arena. NAVI just hoping that they can rinse and repeat with the individual levels that they were able to bring in on Inferno. We'll see if anything turns into a struggle for a team that has not had to really sweat for half of their victory so far. 1 map secured for NAVI. MongolZ map pick done. Mzinho straight at it in the trophy rooms, only able to find 1 with the Berettas as he lets them go. We've got multiple bodies though still towards ramp, and that is where the MongolZ will stuff this attack. Few kills spread across 3. And a main tuck by CobraZero. This is a position that we saw him kind of grow into as the game went on yesterday, like you mentioned. And a high impact position too, right? He's gonna have to be very good with his timings and these very narrow angles as well. Like, he's got great crosshair placement on catching players. They're able to get through Garage.
Yeah, his reaction time yesterday was
done.
Nuts. So very well handled here.
That's what happened, right? There was no trajectory that came down from the, I mean,
yeah, was that someone else throwing? But he doesn't have any. He didn't have any utility after that, so he must have pulled
he's
something.
still holding his incendiary unless he picked up a new one.
Crazy.
I'm tweaking.
There was really nothing that could have bounced off of. Oh, well, 910 narrowly gets away. Time is a resource, and it is getting scarce. No kills just yet. Oh, Techno's really aggressive. He's not ready for that. Oh, he got 2.
Bit gets the trade. That's wild. The 2 kills are still found by Techno over Bit's shoulder when he's that close to it. And now Alexi finding Blitz is going to bring this back to the even 3v3. 15 seconds on this clock, and the bomb's got to get through main. 910 down on site. BTarena going out through the vents, takes the duel on his terms, and the Heaven player's also dead. Nice shooting here for the MongolZ. All 3 remaining players inside of the A site, ready to hold, and tucks into main instead. Giving over a lot of space for NAVI to potentially get around outdoors, but obviously they're down to now no utility with that last flash, and the kills are collected quickly. Bit, beautiful headshot comes through main. 9-10 dealt with backside, wonderful. It's a 1v3 and he's 1 kill into it already. He's got the bomb possession and 40 seconds to figure this one out.
Actually quite scary here for the MongolZ. They're not going to have any utility to stop a plant either, just a flash. And then they've got to decide how to play it, but it's even scary at this point in the round for MZ to get down from Heaven. So he's going to try to find this ladder timing. Wonderful's going for the walk-up, and I think at this point, he knows he may be in for a plant, but Blitz is ready to open control side. I don't think he'll be able to stick this.
Tries it. Blitz buys a few seconds before he swings the door wide and executes. Keeping a couple alive. We get the rooftop util being set up by Wonderful. 3 players ready to go on the ground floor. And again, it is good numbers by MongolZ inside A. Ooh, they'll find the first one here from BTarena. That's going to cut off Alexi as he gets wild trying to spray through. Bit dead inside of the hut and totally stuffed once again by the MongolZ. NAVI can't buy openings in this one, as this overstaffed A bomb site has been worth its weight in gold, securing this 5-0 lead.
Nothing about Inferno would be able to precipitate this happening by the MongolZ, but leave it to them, you know? A team that they've just got Marcus Aurelius all over their face constantly, just in between. They're never too emotional, never too upset, ready to take it round by round. They come into this game on Nuke as if Inferno never happened.
Zinio takes a deep angle versus the trophy hold, and we've already got the Tech-9s out. AK in the middle of this pack. Mzinho plays the cover well and has 9-10 to tether off of. It's a passive angle, waiting for a real NAVI commitment, and within that, it's a second kill from Mzinho. The lower B player comes up to help just in case. That does open up a window of opportunity for the secret players to get downstairs. But what would you trade? Ram control, secret control, or a 5v2? MongolZ will be happy about their positioning at the moment, but we'll see if anything does get clipped in the end. For now, it's just a whole lot of open space.
Crazy. No one's even close to rotating in. They're just thinking about a retake, but the bomb will get planted. There is nobody decon at the moment. I'm going to say there's absolutely no chance here for NAVI to win, not with no utility and just Tech-9s.
0% odds, right, Launders?
0% I'd give them.
0?
I'd give them 0 on this round.
Tech-9s to press in. Alexi's got a double. Opper now suddenly under pressure. There's 3. Guns picked up. Bomb site is planted in the back of it all, and Alexi on 16 health isn't going to be able to do anything about it.
Not even a small chance.
0% chance that they win that.
Still 0, it looks like to me. Man, that was...
some nasty Tech-9 headshots,
yeah.
huh? Really deep angle from Blitz inside of Garage, and a fresh one for 9-10's AWP. So NAVI going to be tiptoeing their way into something different here in round 7.
He's not dropping down on this.
So it won't be a surprise to find MongolZ caught off guard by an AWP he's never seen here. 5v4 for the MongolZ yet again. Bit's going to have to be a critical part of getting into this A-site hit by the looks of it again. Once more, Wonderful dropping utility over top.
Just a volley, won't matter, I guess.
Back turn from the Garage play. Techno holds on to Hut, and once more, NAVI find absolutely nothing in a gun round. Not a single kill here in round 7 to try and even get close to a bomb plant. Still, 7 rounds of play. Bomb's gone down once, and you give a moment here for the MongolZ where after a round gets a little bit close, you let them make all of this money back with potentially 5 survivors. Wonderful's going to get his back turned, and suddenly you've got MongolZ right back at it. Ton of cash in their back pockets. Everything they need for a 13-0.
This is,
NAVI will try again, but like you said, we missed some utility on the execute last round. NAVI leaving a lot to be desired, but right now you don't have Blitz bolstering this A site. They're still going to just charge right through. Utility finds its mark. bomb is dropped back site. Second player gets the trade. Mac-10 will collect one, and Alexi can still reside down beneath this op because 910's going to pick off his support systems. Deal with the players that are trying to get Alexi out of this tough spot. MongolZ emerges, and he gets slammed against the hut door. There was space on that A take. They get further than previously, but it's still majority alive. By the way, MongolZ is coming back. It's still a possibility that NAVI are going to try to end this on A once more. Maybe.
Well, yeah, it's possible. Yeah, okay. That's a free catch for Blitz.
Goes hunting with perfect timing. Bomb towards the ramp. We get this trophy group up, and 910's been waiting this whole entire time. 6 health or not. He'll find one. We get the swing out from Mzinho and a chance back for NAVI to rebound. CobraZera cuts off the other side of this B hit. NAVI trying to add layers to this late round move. And a flank in position here for Techno 4K. Once again, feeling like the Mongols can do no wrong. Yeah. Slaughtered inside of the ramp room. That, my friends, is yet another racked up by the Mongols as the NAVI averaging 1.6 kills per round in these 10 rounds of play. MongolZ is going to fast drop into main. As you get into this point where it's just total desperation, you can start to get a little crazy. And MongolZ finds himself a cool 3K and an assist over on Ime. So yeah, little to lose at a 10-0 score. You've got to get desperate, and in that desperation, they find a chance to storm through the A site, suddenly making it seem simple. Spamming back through. This one's not over, but the gun's empty. He still gets the 5-7 headshot. And so this one boils down to a 1vx trade. Sometimes that's what the Mongols are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just kind of inexplicable. A Counter-Strike anomaly. Not the sort that wears a ski mask.
Again, it's impossible to predict.
Wallbang kill here for Ema. That'll help out. Little clearing of main, and
now
Wonderful punishes the ramp push. So 11 and 12 perhaps belong to NAVI. CobraZera going for the spam back through to try to deter this follow-up, but because of all of the ramp control, NAVI going to take that as an opening. Bomb goes ramp.
Yeah, they know there's one up or one out sweet, and that guy gets killed too.
Takes him a little bit of time, but NAVI will get there. Bomb taking a look downstairs. Techno in the meantime's got duels to go for. And lo and behold, he will drop the bomb. Wonderful takes a bullet to the face. And Techno 4K has separated 3 separate duels, wins them all so far by just turning Wonderful back. And as he goes into the smoke, over the box, point blank versus Ema, that is the only way Techno drops, is by losing vision inside smoke, and CobraZera will be out-rotated for the moment.
But do they know? Because obviously he's normally in mini.
But he's always the first guy to drop B.
And they've cleared the upper side, it looks like. Maybe to get the timing.
Ema going to keep his eyes on the flank as they stomp it over towards the A site, and so 11 and 12, both the way of NAVI. But still, no laughing matter if you're NAVI. This is the absolute bare minimum still.
CobraZera with a 15 and 4 T side.
Huge, man.
Or sorry, CT side.
He's really starting to find like an impressive mark on, I think, the space based on just his nuke play. And, oh, I see ya.
Okay, well, just
out of the pistol.
Everything that we try to expect gets subverted.
Beretta's peel back away from the ramp room, which does get taken over by the Mongols. Smoke drop here by Bit to just buy time. Whoa, yeah, you heard those doors open, so Bit's gonna get jumped on.
That's big.
910 goes hunting with that information, and with it, it is a bomb site primed for the taking. Mongols have found an opening down into the lower site, thanks to 910.
Yeah, that ruins everything. It's all control side. Vents gets taken back, and so does the man advantage.
It offers a little bit of audio, and it could damn well cost NAVI a chance at a CT side. Some missed shots by Blitz, gets punished, and now Techno making up for it. Looking to give a bit of cover here as Mzinho's got all he needs, and still he chooses to fight. Nice headshot from Wonderful, his second of the round. Backside still occupied. Time is of the essence, and it is the Mongols with a T-side pistol, cracking open. kills back, at least for the MP9s. Navi refusing to go down without a fight, but instead maybe just dying to the 3v5. We'll see how this one pans out as the FAMAS goes for a peek outside. And Emet looks to get his SMG into the action as well.
It's a bit of a risk here for Ema because if he gets spotted outside, then they'll know he could really lean towards ramp. Oh, he wants to get this, what, smoke or the gun? What's up here? Oh, he's actually going to go off mini as well. Interesting. Blitz is looking through the bins. Suddenly it's 3-on-3.
Wonderful. Alone right now on the ramp. Fine by him. He'll drop the bomb at his feet. Blitz has given up on the treasure hunt.
Get less hackers. Steam achievement hackers.
Oh yeah, the notorious group. There's achievement hunters. But it's when it feels more possible that maybe Navi start to shell up slightly. Give this space back over to the MongolZ outside. Deep wall of smokes. Would let the cross occur. Nobody popping it open here for Navi. MongolZ stepping forward, finds the insta-kill to Blitz. Beautiful sequence with the double kill.
Yeah, real clean.
Operating on his own there. We get Emet standing on the ladder. He flies out. Can't 180 over to CobraZero, who's now put his paws on an AK. Insta headshot out of him. And a 2v2 is where we're left. And a drop out of Bit down to the bomb site as the MongolZ want to play options, but their bomb currently sits outside. So this is going to be a weird slow burn of a round, and they opt to go ramp in the middle of all this.
And they threw a bad nade. CobraZero is also watching this end of the smoke. Oh, okay. Barely misses Alexi. Key for him. Techno's only got this P250. But the wraparound to Mini, that's interesting. I mean, Alexi's timing's going to go off in his head soon.
It's a gun and it's the bomb.
He's playing opposite, so it should be okay.
That's what he's coming for.
Yeah, this is just a perfect cross.
They're still thinking about heaven. No way. Whoa, Alexi, careful. Almost stepped forward into his death. And a break behind you is Bit. So good thing he's there to trade it before the vent drop can truly come through. But
oh, MongolZ down early.
ooh, they try to push it into the ramp peak as well, and now Wonderful's in for a world of hurt unless two shots connect, but then they are breathing down his neck. The man advantage re-established as Navi takes it back over with this Emet rotate down into B, and Emet is fighting tooth and nail for these rounds right now, although he loses his head to the Mzinho fight. And so a slow burn 1v1 queued up. He's anticipating the vent rotate, but it's actually Alexi walking around down ramp. Alexi with gun out is going to find this element of surprise, and so a clutch the way of Navi keeps this comeback rolling.
Yeah, runs right into him. I think it's Wonderful who saves it. Just being the second guy there on ramp, but it is Bit dying instantly. No kill.
4 smokes. Sea of uncertainty here for Navi to have to handle. You'd think such a heavy commitment really leads to the MongolZ using that to cross over secret, but they're not going to play it whatsoever. They want to go into this A split, and the main test comes MongolZ's way. A lot to be desired on that one. This could be the final moments of the MongolZ as Wonderful comes out with the heaven peak. No targets to shoot at. Vent is being challenged as Emet pops back up. Blitz is going to best him. His triple kill, no quad. Trades needed, and they shut this one down. You've got Navi leaving us scratching our heads, but luckily for us, we pay expert analysts to unpack this one. Get utility over the top. That's a decoy for the market window.
They're ready for B.
If you think it's meant to get anything out of them, Navi holds strong. We've got a frag grenade for MongolZ primed. And then the Berettas go for the rip. Ooh, Techno gets stuck on the windowsill, eats the frag grenade, headshots out for 2. Blitz has got the answer back as he gushes one, but MongolZ's last bullet kills Mzinho. Oh. And then off the reload, he'll find himself a quad kill here in the pistol. Because when it felt like all hope was lost back on Nuke for Navi, I feel like Emet was still kind of stepping up into the chaotic game. Yeah, and he's going to have a chance right here, top mid in the first rifle round, to go for it once more. And in that moment, is still at least able to drop a body. When you're facing 3 players in the open like that, props for getting 1. MongolZ also a singular frag. It's
pretty good, though, to get the pack down.
Go.
Yeah, they know that there was 3 players up there. They drop all around to nothing. MZ gets caught off guard. And Techno, he's still alive.
Nice
and at this point in the round, yes, he's low, but it is just a 1v2.
Bomb is back in T-spawn. He's on 40 HP.
Yeah, very awkward, man, because if he goes to, he wants to kind of go forward, maybe get that 1v1, but without the bomb.
Bit just kind of floating next to Ticket at the moment. We can see his POV here,
He's
picture-in-picture.
He's not really watching this the safest way.
No, not at all. He is considering Palace.
His gun was sticking out. No one called that for him. Nobody saw that?
Guess not.
Nice entry, Mihail. It was important to fucking took everything.
He's jumbled up over towards the ramp. Palace player will be met by a smoke. That's going to neutralize MZ's threat for the time being.
Ima's timing's the key one. Like, he's going to try to find this sliver angle versus the ramp when they're all grouped up to peek.
Makes it happen, but gets Tech-9'd in the face by CobraZera. MZ is able to get out Palace, but not for long. Bit right back at it. Long-range headshot keeps it clean as he goes for the triple kill. And MongolZ collects the 4th frag versus the MongolZ. But an AK picked up at least gives Techno a little more hope that he can pull off a clutch. You're going to find one top stairs blindsided, and Techno to the sidearm.
That's a little awkward.
I mean, bomb isn't in his possession, so it's going to be weird.
Make him sweat a little bit. You know, if you're Techno, he has to reload.
They'll pinpoint his position for the time being. He's going to take to the top rope. Wonderful's right there. Oh! And as Lexi B has inched into that smoke grenade, Techno leans back to the ticket booth. Lexi hoping to catch him with the element of surprise. Techno drops down, gets wind of it for a second, but Alexi still reacts. And that is a 1v1 clutch for Navi's 4th round win.
Got a fat B rush coming in. Cat jump here, and the push to top mid. Oh, he's done. Not super quick, but Kaz is very committed here. So for a second, Alexi's going to be alone.
MongolZ hears this, barrel to the back of Blitz. That one's done for, and so it's all in out of the apartments for the MongolZ. Cleaned up by Alexi instantly, opens the door for Imez multi-kill. Never mind, Alexi's actually got his hands on it instead, and wow, it's flawless here for Navi. Not just this 5th round, but the whole CT side so far. Little boost here for Techno versus Ima. Yeah, Ima gonna get caught. Nope, got wind of it. For a second, it looked like Ima's timing was gonna cost him his life. Instead, he finds the 5v4. And on top of it, AK dropped, exchanges hands. It'll now be Blitz burden to be the one rifle. And as he's caught climbing over towards Connector, CobraZera's Deagle finds an opening kill here for the MongolZ. But they are still very much jumbled up inside Connector for the time being.
Navi face their fears. They reclaim everything inside of middle. They see that no one's here, in fact. But in the back of their mind, they're thinking B. And it's actually Bit out here at triple, and he's dead.
Wow, leaves a little to be desired. A lot to be desired, perhaps. No kill on the hold. Up shot lands, but still 9-10 survives, and Blitz takes 2 headshots right then and there. Pistol push, up close, wall bang finish.
Excuse me?
And so, CobraZera setting it up.
Yeah, holding for the other side right now.
So, preparing himself for it, but maybe he takes it from Connector instead. Yeah, he sees MongolZ's barrel. Oh, gets dinked. MongolZ up and down. Finds the frag and an opening kill here for Navi. All while the MongolZ set themselves up for the A execute. 9-10 clips Bit's wings.
He goes down again.
Ima's responsibility suddenly to hold this back, and he's going to find CobraZera unprepared. He was playing with his utility as Ima starts to cross over. Top stairs push goes wide. Ima gets found out next to the smoke. And luckily, Alexi's even able to get one in the middle of all that. This will turn the bomb back around at 30 seconds, and 9-10's looking to keep Navi preoccupied.
That bomb going all the way over to B. There will be a little bit of delay here from 9-10 as Wonderful's getting really snug. Under balcony with an op. He won't be rotating anytime soon. Actually.
Goes wide.
Whoa. Right into the A ramp and does, wait, this is so weird.
Perfectly
10
timed
seconds,
kill.
He has to go out to B, and Alexi now has to respect that it's probably the A site. Now he's got to be confused.
9-10 still on the ramp.
He still has no idea.
Alexi only now realizing that he was right about that rotation, but the kill towards the ramp drew him back. Well timed by 9-10.
He's darting for it.
Alexi just trying to find this 1v1 before the inevitable arrival of the MongolZ op. And Alexi reads it right. Blitz, though, surviving the fight. He'll have his knees taken out from beneath him. You know that op's going to go catwalk. And of course, 9-10 into the clutch will land his shot. A second one added to the tally here for the MongolZ. The MongolZ looking like they're going to set up for some kind of a later mid moment, but we hit the minute mark, and at the same time, NAVI feel like they want to carve control of this part of the map.
Dangerous for Blitz now. They're pushed out of middle.
Smoke pops in front of Bit, but there's multiple bodies outside of this. They take a duel on their terms, and MongolZ is just straight up bested. All while the MongolZ set themselves up for this full-blown A execute, which currently has no NAVI member within the bomb site. Imez gonna get the trade kill back to bottom middle. Bit under challenge here, has players down beneath them in a flashbang that just interrupts everything. Both sides of that duel pause. Fire flies forward into Khan, and Alexi popped over top of the ticket burning. Now wonderful at bat, missed opportunity, and we go 4 versus 1 on top of it as the MongolZ find a bunch of successful duels and now 4 successful rounds in a row.
They're turning up with these miraculous trades, actually. And that's why jump spotting, you can die, but most of the time it's safe, even if they see you. It's just not an easy shot to hit.
Ooh, jump out, little distraction served up for the MongolZ headshot. And with less, they find a couple kills, but still, again, how many times this mid-fight goes down and the MongolZ within it use it as a vacuum to take over the A site? You're trying to bring something back to the table, but every single time you find success, it comes with a cost. Another bomb plant for the MongolZ as they go for the 5-5 tie. And 9-10 feeling fired up. Sits and waits, and sure enough, NAVI put themselves into a position to continue to get dropped. It's a good trade by Bit at least. Techno's got the insurance of the Palace, and as the bomb hits the halfway point, Ime is going to try to fluster them by putting smoke on bomb. He sits on side of it, sticking it, pinch from both sides. MongolZ back at it again. This A bomb site now has their name stamped across it.
A ramp setup like this is not going to be too bad. It's a bit separated from this, but Wonderful has room to fall back.
Yeah, better than walking into the late lurk of 9-10. A very early angle held by Wonderful. He'll find a second. And then you do still get the answer back for the MongolZ. Down to 15 seconds. Wonderful trying to get out of position. Oh, Mzinho tries to play with him. And just when we put Wonderful under the microscope, he delivers, but still will be gunned down by Techno. He'll just look to save the op. No chance to win the round because Alexi doesn't peek. But a hell of a shot out of Techno as well, still showing us that the MongolZ are bringing the fight to the table.
For what it's worth. But yes, it's a great round out of Wonderful. I mean, even that small tracking shot on the way back to under balcony, like lots of pressure on. He knows that the connector split's coming. This exec is going to come in pretty hard. Don't have that Wonderful off this round. That one was too expensive.
Body's confirmed as well. That would have been the bomb spotted, so we get this scramble rotate over. Emed trying to take over Ticket. Fully blind was Bit, but given a chance to regain vision and control the site. Him and Imek combined for 2, but then they both get cleared. It's the Tech-9 and the Flames of Cobra Zera that get them done for. MongolZ slipping the net out through the side of smoke. A layering over towards the Ticket that could have been MongolZ to make the difference at the tail end of this one, as NAVI will still add 2 more to the tally. We jump into the second pistol of map 3. We've got utility here for NAVI. 2 smokes primed. Molotov of MongolZ thrown out. They're going to keep this one simple. Utility in, blanket the site. Try to flex the advantage, but 9-10 finds the first headshot. Mzinho's Berettas from down beneath go up top, and it is NAVI finding nothing. Torn apart in their attempt to exit. Finally, a frag comes out for them, but it is that one and only kill, the MongolZ right back to winning ways.
Well, they got to be excited now. They get to start CT. This is the A-site defense that NAVI were looking to be able to cultivate back in that first half. They are left compact here as MongolZ just totally walk over them. One in connector, but nothing fancy.
Another well-timed rotate here for Blitz the moment they start to test this ramp. This time, though, NAVI get that man advantage. This is what we've been waiting for. An individual moment for NAVI as they crack it open. Blitz, though, from the corners got the answer back. And CobraZera slammed by Wonderful, who just shoots down through the edge of that smoke.
Quickly into the 2v2, but Imma in mid. How does this affect things? 20 seconds, so they can't be taking this bomb anywhere else.
And they don't waste the moment, right? Techno keeps this pressure on, walking all the while. Imma's got to get this going back into the bomb site. He announces himself, and you don't know about Techno. You still don't even know. It's a moment here for Blitz to get the 2K. It's a double op. Both CT sides start with at least 5-0 starts with no bomb plants. You're right, there is a parallel to be drawn. Can NAVI do it too? Imma's found timing, so he thought, but then you get this catwalk peek. And again, it's NAVI taking fights on their terms, but every time they find themselves in a crosshair, they die damn near instantaneous. A little bit of stairs damage you'd think would be enough to best CobraZera, but once again, he stands the test. A slaughter inside of A-site, not one player falters.
Blitz is here to catch a bait if they wanted to try to push into this. Alexi should be able to see his feet soon, though.
Eats the flash.
Oh, and he got spotted, but he didn't peek too wide.
Alexi still just holding it, able to get the trade back. CobraZera from the ladder room with another instant kill. Trades still go back and forth. There's a little bit of damage on Techno to have to handle.
I don't think MongolZ is going to be ready for him up here. With that cat play, you think Techno will be more back into the site.
It's a position that could catch him off. Techno goes slightly further. Get that utility thrown forward, and Techno opts to just remain in the corner. MongolZ is going to be able to figure this out, but he takes a ton of damage in the process of clearing, and it's a long-range run here for the MongolZ. 9-10 looking to join up on the cat retake. Makes the jump happen. Wonderful already on the angle. Op versus AK up close. 9-10 wins the duel. You've got the low health MongolZ caused by Techno, and MZinho freed up to start to make the retake. The Galil wins the fight, and NAVI will find their first. When it is the playoff qualification on the line, the MongolZ finally faltered.
Could be a little bit scary for NAVI if 9-10 gets deep on this angle early and they start this lean again towards A, where the bomb's going, where this attack is going.
Zinho allowed to just push this one a little bit closer. Blitz is also quick to the scene if needed. Dodging the fire for the moment. Back turn to Techno. He'll pick it up, but it is damage at least. Oh, but the headshots right there over top of the bricks. Techno's finding pressure all around as Bit comes through with the headshot. That's going to clear out the A site. Incredibly close duels. Look at the health left there for Bit and Wonderful. You know that MongolZ were on the brink of victory, but it'll be consecutive rounds for their odds of still closing out map 3. Blitz, could he be spotted? Nate doesn't go deep enough. And so Alexi from top middle is going to drop his utility to try to soften that up. Well landed. Blitz is done for. Alexi's got a second. A chance at a third one as the MongolZ go heavy in the mid play. But it is a 4v3 secured until Techno steps forward off of the platform. And that one is going to find Navi's game plan. Walking out a ramp while that mid fight fades away.
But MongolZ goes into these more defensive protocols and they reset a little bit. They're holding on to mid for the time being. But a lot of this comes down to if 9-10 goes middle or not.
And it looks like he's about to. He's going to try to go clear this top mid play.
Being watched. He got it.
Figures it out. Takes a bunch of damage in the process. Mzinho's going to go for this ticket rotate in the meantime. But while Navi try to play it quietly, this does open that door for Mzinho to maybe split in between the two remaining Navi players. 9-10 just waiting for a shot. Bomb thrown over towards default. Mzinho, does he peek off the plants? Fake attempt, he gets the headshot. And now 9-10's AWP is going to have to work this one over. It's him versus Wonderful. Battle of the Oppers. And in this window of opportunity, Wonderful commits to the plant. Scrambling, looking for pieces. And uncertain as to the route that 9-10 takes. Who's slowly crawling this one up from ticket, clearing all the way. As Wonderful gets back over to the Tetris, he'll find it though. Catching him on the climb up, giving Navi 2 more rounds.
This is where the pressure really goes on to Alex. He's got to make the right call. Oh, and it's perfect to catch 9-10 off.
MongolZ just sitting wide in the apartments.
Yeah, we've seen almost every single round up until this point. They haven't really tested B apps. 9-10's been able to sit there, go deep. Saw Techno sit there for an entire round. Nobody had pushed up at all. So a very nice change of pace here for Navi. A quick, unanswered 5v4. This might be an interesting move, but Alexi's going to be watching for us. Everybody in back.
Whoa, Techno dealt with. Blitz's nade will finish off Emat, and Wonderful kills Cobra Zera in the middle of that engagement out middle. So now what's left of the MongolZ is incredibly split up. Palace player looking to take a look towards site, and Mzinho repositioning it as sandwich has been found. So everybody's here to deal with this. Navi go 4 rounds in a row.
Cobra, he's got to go for some kind of pick, to be honest.
Tries to take a look towards mid, but as he remains preoccupied with middle, here comes the hit.
Hasn't found it.
Techno bails out of the apartments, ready for the jump down onto him. Op is now on the line, and it hits its first shot. Cobra not going to waste the chance, but it's back. Oh, 180! Whips it over to the cat. Oh, triple for Cobra! And we wondered whether he would be able to put it up. Well, he does. He tries to shut them up. Round 24 for the MongolZ. Huge comeback after the blowout to kick off this series. From dead last in Krakow to top 8 in Cluj.